Good afternoon, Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Thinde from Bhutan. Today I'm going to present on self-learning on COVID-19 among medical students and their preparedness towards participation in government's COVID-19 response. As we all know, COVID-19 has brought unprecedented change in all walks of life, including the delivery of medical education. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, many have called for early graduation of medical students and their engagement as doctors. However, some have cautioned medical students against taking up responsibilities beyond their competency level. As we all know, Bhutan still lacks a medical school, so all our medical students are trained in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and India. As of now, we have around 180 students in these three countries. When COVID-19 led to a closure of medical schools in these countries, the government evacuated these medical students. That happened in March and April 2020. Like thousands of other Bhutanese who were returning to the country because of the COVID-19 situation, these students had to stay in a facility quarantine for 21 days. So during that time, we assessed their knowledge on COVID-19, the sources of knowledge, and their attitude towards participation in COVID-19 responses in the country. In methods, this was a cross-sectional study. Sample size was calculated for proportions, and with finite correction, we got a sample size of 129. We used a self-designed questionnaire to collect the data. We used Google Forms to collect the data, and the ethics approval was obtained from the ethics board in the country. In knowledge, the majority, 74%, had good knowledge, scoring more than 80%, whilst 23% had satisfactory knowledge, scoring between 60 to 80, and only 3% had poor knowledge, scoring less than 60%. They had good knowledge on the symptomatology, causative agent, the mode of transmission, prevention, and treatment options of COVID-19. They had poor knowledge on the mechanical forms of ventilation and the WHO policy allowing home-based treatment of non-critical COVID-19 cases. So the knowledge score had increased with the duration of clinical clerkships these students had. In terms of the source of knowledge, the majority used social media, followed by television and newspapers. Sources such as journal articles and lectures and symposium from the colleges were minimum. The majority held positive attitudes towards handling job responsibilities, especially non-clinical job responsibilities such as advocacy and advocacy programs. They were willing to participate in any part of the country if the government engaged them. The fear of getting COVID-19 if they participated in the COVID-19 response measured through as a single item statement was very low, 7%. So in conclusion, the knowledge was good, which was mostly self-learned, and the source was for information in the majority was social media. The attitude was positive. So as much as we would like to discuss how to engage these students in the COVID-19 response, for Bhutan especially, the current disruption of medical education will have a major impact in the subsequent supply of subsequent supply of medical graduates into the system, and this would delay their course and incur additional cost in training as well as their postgraduate training in the subsequent years. Thank you.